How I would fix Jaguar's marketing. Well, everyone saw that lately Jaguar made a shitty ass marketing campaign that it was like fucking weird with all those weirdos doing weird stuff. And like that wasn't like that actually it was only made to achieve like DEI goals, but since no one cares about this shit anymore, here's how to fix this. Well, the first thing that Jaguar means is basically freedom and power, right? The the cars aren't cheap. They aren't made for cheap people, and their marketing should reflect that. Should reflect that. So basically, some some ideas of what their ideal public is basically 35 to 45-year-old men specifically, executive slash high management. Unlike like due to the design and the marketing that they made, it is unlikely that they are entrepreneurs. I don't know. It passes the vibe. It doesn't pass the vibe, the entrepreneurial vibe, like McLaren would do, like a Lambo would do. Jaguar is more of a classic stuff, right? More classical stuff. But but anyway, 35 to 45-year-old men, high executive or high management. What else did I wrote? Unlikely to be an entrepreneur. If it is, it's an older guy that had the old Jaguar style in his mind. Yes, yeah, indeed. Well, if it's the man who if it's the man who decided which car to buy, come back to strong, confident, and masculine marketing. That's what Jaguar needs. Like Jaguar and any other car company, right? Those high end cars. So basically, Jaguar is kind of a classic. It's there, like vibes wise, is really close to Mercedes. It's close to maybe an Aston Martin and maybe a Rolls Royce. They're different categories, obviously, but vibes wise, they're kind of the same. So what you want to do is to be a more of a James Bondy stuff, like old school masculine guy with a 3-piece suit, classy, basically. And when I had this idea, the only thing that came to mind, because I was watching the James Bond movies at the time, the only thing that I had in mind was the old school James Bond, basically, like Bond, James Bond. It was the only thing that I was thinking about. So basically, the color palette, if you can say that, of the campaign would be like sober tones of gray, black, brown, and plum purple. I do remember which color it is, but I trust I trust my I trust my color picking skills based on that. And make the guy feel like a G, powerful, confident, money maker, playboy, a real G. It's basically old school masculinity, aspirational masculinity. And to if in if you have to define a concept for this, is basically that men buy for aspiration. Be the aspiration they're looking for. That's what you want. On a marketing campaign, you want to sell the aspiration to men so they buy your products. Even more in a product like Jaguar, which is like high end, like the way that they position themselves, right? You want to sell aspiration as much as you can. And when I was thinking about this idea, the only thing that came back in mind was Back to Black, the music, right? We only say goodbye with words. Anyway, I won't be singing here anymore. But basically, the marketing campaign would be called Back to Black, which is enough of this bullshit and enough of this weird DI weirdos, fucking weirdos. Get out of these weirdos. Come back with a G that looks like James Bond driving your car, basically, right? So the background music would be like Back to Black, and the guy would be like someone looking like James Bond, 3-piece suit, basically classy, someone James Bond like who doesn't look like a model but looks like a G. Basically, like it's because modern models they look like fags, bro. They look like weirdos. You need a guy that looks like this, bro. Basically, you need a guy like this using a three-piece suit, driving your car fast on a car chase. Basically, that's the idea. Like literally old school James Bond. That's who you want. And Sean Connery is literally this actor. I searched the name of the guy, and it's basically this actor. Right. So back to the roots of classics. Never run out of style. Classics never run out of style. Actually, I was trying to formulate a sentence for this campaign, right? So I was just brainstorming some ideas, writing it down. Mm, But this defines what they should do, right? They should come back to the classics, come back to what they once were, their prime, where they once were. Back to black, basically. Classic never run out of style, basically. And campaign showing action, fast cuts, guy on a chase and save a girl from the bandit. That old school stuff that real men likes, real G's like it. That's basically it. You don't need to attend the GI goes. You don't need to attend, oh my god, mass marketing stuff. You only need to attend to the people that buy your products. Only that. You don't need to attend the LGBTQ plus whatever. You don't need to attend the global warming blah 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 stuff. You only need to attend the guys that buy your stuff. You need to attend your audience and only your audience. Only that. So basically, summing up the campaign. Back to black. A classic never runs out of style. This sentence is a really good one. A villains never run out of style. I was just brainstorming the ideas, right? So I was just writing it down. Never runs out of style. Well, I was trying to decide which was the line that I would use. I wanted to have a short line that would define this comeback, right? It could be back to black, but I don't know. It didn't look that good. I was when analyzing, I decided that classic run out of style. Classic never runs out of style is the best one, right? I actually decided looking at it now, but I remember that I thought that this line was really good. A Jaguar never runs out of style. If they wanted to do a branded stuff, more branded vibes, the problem is that sometimes like this is very subjective, so it's kind of hard to find the words to explain it, right? But basically, either this one or like wait, shit. Basically, one of these two, and that's basically the vibe of the commercial. Not this guy, but that's the vibe of the commercial, right? Basically, James Bond, bro. You're just selling James Bond on a car. That's basically it. Basically it. The video itself, right? The creative itself. It will be a car chase. It gets extremely difficult, so it makes the storytelling, right? The storytelling, basically. A car chase it gets extremely difficult, but the guy makes it because he's a G, because he's with Jaguar. He can do it because he's a G. Aspirational stuff. Then boom, CTA. Classic never runs out of style. Yeah, that's the one that I decided. Classic never runs out of style. Get yours now. This is basically the CTA, but like you can use it or not. You but it doesn't matter at this point. You've got your message across, right? Classic never runs out of style. Enough of this DI weirdo stuff. We're back. Basically, we're back, right? This is basically what it thought for the commercial for the ad. Let me see if it opens on another window. Open the window. What? Sum it all up because we won't watch the 6 minute video. This is it. Basically this. You don't need to you don't need to throw the car in the river, right, to make your point. But it's basically this. A car chase, like a G on a car chase, like speeding fast, driving fast in his car, and blah blah. Uh, Basically a G driving a car, Jaguar's car, to associate a G with Jaguar. It basically makes it extremely difficult just for the storytelling sake of it. But the guy makes it, right? That was the end of the scene. You don't need to drown your car to make your point, but basically you make that you make a car chase, it get extremely difficult. The guy makes it, and later it was the scene that I imagined was like uh, a long road where I don't know if I can explain, but basically the car, like the guy makes it and the car is just driving on the road, and later appears classic, back to black. Classic never runs out of style. If you want to put the CTA, get yours now. It's only that, basically that. That's basically it. Right. So it was it's only that. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's the basic that works well, basically. This also works with other cars like Bugatti, Aston Martin, Bentley. I don't know how to write this. It's Koenigsegg, but I don't know how to write the name of this. And with a Jaguar can work too. Old and classic car brands, maybe Mercedes. But this is just the idea of coming back to the basics and sell to your audience. It doesn't matter if, like, you don't need to attend everybody. You only need to attend the ones that put money in your pocket. Basically that. And well, this is the video. And if you guys want to work with me, want to talk with me, whatever, I always leave the link to book a call with me below. And if you want to talk to see how I can help your business, why not book a call, and let's see. Hope to see you there.